Okay, so these two dating tips are talking about truth. Only show as much interest as you're willing to give a person. So let's say, a girl comes up to me or whatever, and, we're talking, we're having a good conversation, whatever, and she's a pretty young lady, and I'm interested in getting to know her better, possibly interested in dating her. I'm going to show that much interest. I'm only going to show, a little bit. I'm not going to show like the maximum. I'm not going to come up to her and be like, hey, I want to get married. No, I'm not going to do that. I show a little bit of interest because I have a little bit of interest. Now, let's say there's a girl, and, she's a great girl and whatever, but I'm really not interested in her. It's nothing against her. It's just, I'm not. I think we've all had that at a certain point in time. Well, I'm going to want to watch my attitude in the way I present myself to her, because I don't want to give her the idea that I'm interested in her. And the reason I don't want to do that is I don't want to get her hopes up when she realizes, there's nothing there. I don't want to hurt her feelings as much as possible. Now, there are going to be times when there may be, if you're a girl, maybe there may be a guy and he really likes you or whatever. And eventually, if he's not getting a picture or whatever, then you're just going to have to say, hey, look, buddy, I'm not interested in you. Now, build a bridge and get over it. I mean, and that's going to hurt his feelings. What I'm saying is we can't always avoid hurt feelings or even broken hearts, but we can do our part to be wise in these things and minimize the hurt. When you're dating somebody, you need to be honest with them, and that means you don't tell lies, of course, but be yourself. Don't put on a show to act like you are interested in certain things. Don't put on a show to act like you're some superhuman or such and such. Don't lie to them by the way you present yourself to them. Now, at the same time, don't be a slob. Don't be like, oh, I get out of bed in the morning and I stink and I look horrible. I'm just gonna, do that. No, I mean, take care of yourself. And as the person encourages you to do better, do better. That's the way it should be. You both should be encouraging each other to a closer relationship with God. To be living more in line with His Word and other things. But the basic principle here is be yourself. Don't lie to the other person by giving the appearance that you are someone who you are not, because there's going to be a time when they're going to figure that out, and if they find it out in marriage, it's going to cause some problems. I'm reminded of Jesus' words where he's questioned about what the greatest commandment is, and what he says is the first one is to love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, strength, and mind. And that might have been the wrong order, but basically love God above everything else, and then love your neighbor as yourself. And when you're loving God above everything else, God's going to transform your heart. As a Christian, He's going to transform you to love people as yourself. But anyway, keep those two things in mind, especially with dating. With dating, it's so easy to get wrapped up in a person and to naturally want to put them above God. But love God more than that person. Keep Him as your highest love, as your highest joy, and let other people fall under that. So, not only will you have a foundation, but He'll also transform your heart to be able to love this person as yourself. And when you're loving someone as yourself, that's going to mean you're going to, put their needs on the same level as yours. That means you're going to look out for them in the areas you see they need it. And especially their spiritual needs. Encourage your girlfriend or boyfriend in their walk with Jesus. Watch out for them. If they're falling into a sin or something, point it out to them because you love them and you don't want them getting snared up in that stuff. Talk about different Bible passages with them. Pray with them. Be concerned about them spiritually and encourage them in their walk with Jesus, just as we need. So that's just a basic thing. Like I say, being yourself, at the same time growing in God and in your relationship with the other person, and only showing as much interest in the person as you're willing to give a person.